back for another episode of the Free Print Miscellaneous Podcast Show. Woo woo! Okay, wow, good. Everyone's on cue. I like it. Okay, again, we've got another special guest. We're going to do another great interview, and I'm going to let Nick take it away and introduce.
Hey, so today our special guest is Yulande, who's the founder of Chic Can Cook, and she's also an actress in the making who's appeared on The Beast 3 and is currently making waves within the acting industry, which again, she cannot disclose any secrets, but she has met some really famous people who are actually really nice in person. So welcome to the show, Yulande.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
So like a lot of our guests, Yulande is a woman of multiple talents. As I said, she runs Chic Can Cook and she's an actress. So Yulande, can you just explain what Chic Can Cook is to our audience, please? So we've got a bit of a background about you.
Yeah, sure. So it's a YouTube channel that I started with my sister. She does film, so she does all the kind of difficult side of it, and she records and edits and all of that. And it's essentially, we started it because I love to bake and I love to cook, and I'm always bringing things into work, and everyone always says they want the recipe and they're like, oh, you should make a video. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start to make these into videos so it's a lot easier to share my recipes with everyone. And then we thought we would do it in a way that's kind of hopefully entertaining, a bit fun and lighthearted as well.
Nice. Brilliant. So can we ask you, what are your favorite dishes to eat?
So, you know, I've been asked this a lot, and I'm such a foodie, so I love to eat. So it's so difficult for me because I think I love foods from different cuisines and cultures. My favorite things are sort of like go-to to eat is any kind of curry. I love a good curry. I really love kind of, you know, just things that are not good for you. So anything that's deep fried, burgers, big fried, yeah, you know, you got to balance out with some exercise, you know. But
yeah.
Yeah, that's the sort of stuff I love to eat. Anything good
that tastes good. Anything that tastes good. Okay.
And that I'm not about presentation, but the flavor has to be there, and that's
Nice. Yeah, 100% agree. And what's your favorite starter, main, and dessert to cook? Like if you were gonna make a 3-course meal for someone, what would be your go-to to make as a starter, main, and dessert?
So you know, it's funny because I like to always experiment and try dishes from different cultures. So when I have friends come over, I always try to make something from their culture just to make them feel a bit closer to home, and things like that. So one thing that my family love, I don't know if anyone's heard of something called palari, and it's these small balls. They're like made with chickpeas and split peas, should I say, and blended together. And that everyone loves that as a nice starter. And then I love to make any kind of maybe like a chicken curry or a chicken chow mein. They always go down well. And then for dessert, I would make either maybe a lemon drizzle cake, pineapple upside down cake, and then I always have to have chocolate chip cookies at the ready because everyone just goes crazy for them.
Okay, I'm sorry, I want some food right now. The way you're talking about all these things, it's kind of like, could you not just have something to taste as you talk? It would be so much easier. But no, that sounds really good. So I'm going to have to sort this out a bit later on after the show. So has anyone ever tried your recipes and share like their success stories, or like have there been any like disasters with like people writing in maybe or like the comment section? Like how have you found that with people actually putting your recipes into real life practice?
Yeah, so actually, you know, funny enough, quite a few people have actually tried my recipes and had a lot of success stories. So a few people have tried my chocolate chip cookie recipe and they absolutely love it. My sister does it all the time, and she just, even though she's made it so many times, she still is like insistent on watching and making sure she follows my exact recipe to make sure she gets it right. And there's this recipe it's a 1-minute microwave mug cake, brownie. And a lady at work makes it without fail at least once a week. Her and her son have started to make it because they just love it.
Wow.
And then even my jerk chicken recipe, actually, one of my friends, she made the recipe, but she's vegetarian. So she did the recipe with a chicken for her boyfriend, and then for herself she used my exact marinade but made it with tofu. So she sort of just developed the recipe, and she absolutely loved it. So I love things like that. But then sort of on the other side of that, one of my friends who lives in Switzerland, she goes crazy for my chocolate chip cookies when I make it for her. So she's tried to make it a few times, and I unfortunately, I hope she's doesn't hear this, but she's not had a she's not been successful quite yet. And we think it's potentially different ingredients maybe between here and Switzerland. But hey, I said to her, we'll do some kind of Zoom and we'll make it together one day.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yes, because I do wonder, like when I look at recipes on YouTube and then from different countries, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, get this ingredient. I won't say what it is because I'm not a cook like that. And then I'll be like, this is not inside Tesco or Asda. So there is this, isn't there? If like sometimes like we're trying to get stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, what's that? Yeah, I'm like, I can't find. I'm like, okay, this might be it. Let me put it in, and I'm like, okay, now it tastes like crap. It definitely wasn't. That wasn't that. Yeah, that wasn't a good substitute or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And even I found with certain things that it might be the same ingredient, but the name might be different. So for example, cornstarch and corn flour, they're the same thing, but recipes might say one name, and then you go and you're like, but this Tesco only has cornstarch, and you realize it's the same thing. So,
yeah. Well, your recipe so far over here seem like it's exactly what you say. It's exactly as they are. And I remember that sometimes you're very health conscious in a way because you don't always fry. As much as you say you love to fry foods, all the recipes that I've seen on the YouTube channel are not always fried. Sometimes you use the oven, and you find other alternative ways to make things so that people can do them quickly and easily. And again, depending on their kitchen setup, they can still make the foods. Like for example, some people have electric cookers, some people have gas cookers. All of these kind of things, you kind of take that into consideration from what I remember.
Yeah, so I absolutely love to sort of make especially healthier options, and I have a lot of people that have come and said, oh, we just want to learn how to do something that's quick and healthy, and so I thought, that's good to sort of develop small recipes like that are really simple to follow. So almost all of my recipes on my channel are very, very simple recipes, and a lot of them are healthy. Obviously, I have the baking side of it, which isn't as healthy. And even with those, I have some that are healthier adjustments. But I always try to make it kind of easy for people to follow. And it's a good way for me to sort of expand my baking and cooking knowledge as well when I try to make things easier as well and more healthy to actually do.
So do you have like a blog or recipe book that kind of goes along with things, or is it all like technology wise right now?
At the moment, yeah. So it's all on YouTube for now, but I am hoping to do a website which so that when I do have a recipe that's out there, for example, when they follow the video, they can click a link that takes them directly to the recipe page on a website. So that's something that's in the works at the moment as well.
Amazing. So when can we expect to see your next show? Your next episode?
Well, so there's so much that I'm sort of diving into this year, so I've had to sort of put that on a bit of a pause, but I will be hoping to get back to it very soon. And I think I've decided that my next recipe that I'm going to do a video for is going to have to be my new sugar-free vegan brownies. So I made this the other day and people went crazy for it. It's the most simple recipe to do, and it's healthy and it tastes good, which is for me the most important thing. It has to taste good. So that's definitely going to be, I think, the next video that I do.
It's sugar-free.
But don't panic, even though it's sugar-free, it doesn't taste sugar-free. I sweetened it completely with dates, but it's got that fudgy texture. It doesn't taste sugar-free at all, genuinely.
And I'll be tasting very soon. And reporting back. So you said you've kind of put things on the back burner, and is it because of your acting career that's kind of taken off now?
So this in the last year, I have to say that I've definitely kind of been focusing a lot more on the acting side of things, and also the modeling side of things as well. So there are two avenues that I'm enjoying exploring right now, and it's quite busy, which luckily, unfortunately, it has been getting busy in the last year. So at the moment, that's taking a bit more of my time. Yeah.
Brilliant. And how did you get into this? For anyone who might be, dreaming about doing it one day and thinking, it's a bit difficult or out of reach. How did you first start getting into modeling and as well as acting?
So with the modeling side of things, it was my sister that initially put me forward for it, because I never really considered modeling for myself. And then I went and then I started to apply for a few agencies, and I was with an agency, but then I realized it was more beneficial to do it freelance. So I do most of my modeling freelance. I've only just actually signed to another modeling agency as of last week. And then with the acting side of things, I actually studied acting for 5 years when I was younger, at stage school. But it was never really something I had pursued quite yet. But just in the last year, I thought, let me just apply for a few agencies, and I do supporting artist work on different movies and TV shows, which is what I've been doing recently. And so all of that stuff, and doing a few adverts here and there, that's been just so cool to do at the moment. And yeah, it's I realize that until you actually try to go through and do these things, you're never going to get there. You just have to really put yourself forward for it. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Nice.
Amazing.
Well done, you.
Thank you.
That's okay.
So you've done some adverts, you said, and some TV shows. Where have we seen your work, or might have seen your work before, maybe just really not realised?
So all of this sort of stuff has started quite recently. Everything, funny enough, that I filmed so far in terms of the TV shows and movies, they're all coming out between this year and next year, so they're not actually out yet. I think the first thing that is coming out is Fantastic Beasts 3. That's coming out this year, and there's already a trailer out for that, I think. So that most things aren't out yet, but I did an ad for Snapchat, and that was quite cool because on Christmas, I was the main face that they used for their sort of Snapchat Christmas message that they send out on every sort of special occasion. So that was really cool.
Nice.
So I had friends from America saying that they saw me come up as well, and I was like, that was really cool. And I also did a documentary on Discovery Plus for Britain's Deadliest Mums and Dads. So, but 2 episodes of that I was doing all of the reconstruction that came out, I think about a month or so ago, and that was really cool.
Thank God. I was all thinking it was something else, like you were in there for real. Interview you about something else then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And what about like the modelling work? What have you been like on any sort of billboards or anything like that?
So for the modelling, I've mostly done a lot of either stock photography, or I've done modelling jobs for various companies, like food companies, or I've done for different companies that have wanted to advertise within on their website or on their Instagram page and things like that. So there haven't been any billboards yet, but gotta put it out there. Soon, hopefully, there will be a billboard and you'll see Yulande there. So that's the goal. It's always good to have something to aim for. So that's the next thing to have that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. So just to round it up, what has been your highlight so far in the last year? If there is one, or are you not at liberty to say because it's not out yet, kind of?
Let me think. I think the first thing that I did in terms of within the sort of acting world was actually the Fantastic Beasts 3 thing, and I'm a really, really big Harry Potter fan. So that was probably a really big highlight. And I think in general, because I'm quite a positive person, I always try to be positive and find the joy and the bright side of everything. And for me, I think every experience that I've had on set and things like that, I've met new people and made new friends, and that for me has been a major highlight of this whole thing. It's just meeting new people and just sort of experiencing things through their eyes and learning new things about different people from different walks of life. That's been a major highlight of going into this sort of career path for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for that, for introducing us to two new worlds, kind of, because like, like I said, the YouTube, when you see recipes or videos of people cooking, it's not always relatable here. And sometimes it takes quite a long time to get through it. And your ones are very straightforward, easy and tasty. And then getting it, still doing some acting and modeling on the side on top of that. Like there's 24 hours in a day and you're doing like 3 different things. But it's good that it's all progressive. It's not like it's quite stagnant. So it's good that you're doing all of these new acting gigs and modeling gigs and really just showing people that, if you put yourself out there, then you're more likely to get more from it.
Yeah.
And meet more interesting people, right?
Yeah, exactly. You have to just put yourself forward.
Nice.
Amazing. So we're going to have some quick fire round questions for you now.
Okay.
So I'll just hand you over to Snoop.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, so it's just don't get scared about it. It's just
okay.
think fast on your feet. First answer comes out. The first answer that pops out of your head, just spit it out.
Okay.
And yeah. You ready?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Cooking or acting?
Cooking. Cooking always cooking.
Oh,
okay.
Life. Cooking is life.
Cooking or modeling?
Cooking, I have to say.
Okay. Playing the villain or playing the hero?
Hero, 100%.
Brownies or cookie doughs?
Cookie dough.
Ooh. Eating in or dining out?
Eating in.
Healthy eating or working out?
Working out.
Ooh, I didn't think you'd say that, to be honest.
So did I.
I love working out. I actually really enjoy working out. So.
Oh, good. Netflix or YouTube?
Oh, Netflix.
TV series or films?
Oh, TV series.
iOS or Android?
Android, 100%.
Boo. Big parties or small gathering?
Small gatherings.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Staycation or vacation?
Definitely abroad. Has to be.
Okay. Well, whilst you're working out or whilst you're walking, would it be a podcast or music?
Music.
Work hard or play hard?
A combination of both. It has to be both.
Excuse me, madam. What? I'll allow you. That's the last question anyway.
Amazing.
You did well.
No, I won't lie. I won't lie. You were giving them quick. Like up to the last one where that one was through you, but you responded to those quite quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to have a combination of both, I think. What's the phrase that they say?
Balance, right?
Don't live to work to live.
Yeah.
So you have to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's brilliant.
This is good. I'm not gonna lie. I've put on a few invisible pounds after going through this interview. But honestly, it was really, really nice to have you on. Is there anything up and coming, like on the cooking side, that we should be aware of? Is there anything that we need to be staying tuned on that you might want to promote here before we close the episode?
Well, I would say that with the cooking side of things, I definitely I've made a whole list of a whole new bunch of recipes that I'm going to be exploring and trying. So hopefully soon, that will be something that I can start to share and do more things like that. But also I've started doing more things on social media. So I'm hoping to build up that platform as well and put a few more of my sort of recipes and things I'm working on that as well. So feel free to sort of follow my social media accounts and follow the path I'm taking there as well.
Nice. Well, let us know, what are your handles? Let us and everyone else know, what are they?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Yulande S Sukul, and my TikTok is Yulande Sukul. So I'm hoping to do a few things on there that are within sort of following what I want to actually be exploring and what I'm currently exploring as well.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Well, again, thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us and let us know everything that you're doing. Is amazing. Thank you so much. You have
Thank you for having me.
You've been a very nice guest. Anytime you want to promote anything or you feel like you want to come back and have a chat, let us know. We're more than happy to have you on and whatnot.
So much.
Yeah, no problem. So as always, guys, you can follow us on Instagram, Podbean, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud. You can obviously see us on Insta, Facebook. You can also email us at freepms.ladies@gmail.com. I am your girl, Queen P.
I'm Snook.
I'm Nick.
And yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
No problem.